Welcome back to the Prosperity Practice. This is Brandon Handley, and I am working with members of people who are already a part of the Prosperity Practice, which is an email game that I have created. It's an automated mailer where when you join up, you will first get a check for $100 on day number 1. On day number 2, you will get a check for $200, and you'll get a check every day. And these checks are intended for you to spend however you would like to whatever your heart desires, whatever brings you bliss. You're not to save the money because that kind of enforces a scarcity mindset. So here we are on day number, Day number 3, guys. We're on day number 3, and let's check out what some people are spending their money on. On day number 3, you're going to receive $400. One person has chosen that they would go ahead and get a PlayStation 4 Pro with a 1 terabyte console. We've got another person that's going to get a new TV. We've got another person that's going to book a trip to see their father in Phoenix. Here's another person that's going to spend $200 on a hotel room in Philly and $200 on dinner at Butcher and Singer. Sounds good. I'm going to have to check that out myself. So I'm basically giving you some ideas on what you may be able to spend your money on if you're joining this game, and if you're having some difficulty in coming up with some ideas on your own, or if you're just looking for some inspiration. And in terms of looking for inspiration, I'm doing my best to make sure that on the bottom of each email that you get on each day, there's some type of encouraging text. It's actually quite literally right there in the email where it says encouraging text. Today, I've got 2 for you. One is going to be a quote from Neville Goddard. I came across Neville Goddard by way of Wayne Dyer. Just a real interesting gentleman who's got his own perspective on the Bible and Christianity, but he's also got a lot of this not even necessarily law of attraction, but just the man's imagination and the power of the mind. And his quote is, "Assume wealth knowingly." What is that? And so what that might mean and what that might look like is, again, we're talking about putting yourself in a certain state. And when you put yourself in a state, you can put yourself in a neurotic state by being worried about things all the time. You can put yourself in a frustrated state by being frustrated all the time. You can put yourself in a state of elation when you're just overjoyed and you know how to put yourself in these certain states. Well, what happens if you assume the state of wealth because you know what it's like to be in that state? That's what we're practicing here. That is what the practice of prosperity is all about. If you're not familiar with this game yet, and if you're not a member of the prosperity practice, what I do is I've set up an automated mailer where every day you're going to get this mailer, and it's basically just kind of we'll call it an accountability partner, built-in accountability partner. If you're looking to have a new mindset, a prosperous mindset, a mindset of abundance, or even just kind of a different mindset, focusing on some positive or some of the things that you might actually like in your life, then this may be for you. You can go ahead and check out on the podcast. The link, it's over on YouTube as well as the Prosperity Practice. It's on Facebook as the Prosperity Practice. And like I said, just check it out. This may be something that's up your alley. If you're a law of attraction type of person, if you're a new age mind thinker, if you just believe in the power of the mind and imagination, or just whatever it is that you're into, it may be for you. This other one is an affirmation at the bottom of this email today, which is from Florence Scovel Shin. She is an American artist and book illustrator who became a New Thought spiritual teacher and metaphysical writer in her middle years in New Thought circles. She's known best for her first book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. So her affirmation is, "I make friends with hindrances and every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. Everything in the universe, visible and invisible, is working to bring me my own. That's powerful. I don't know what your take is on the universe. I don't know what your take is on, is it you against the universe? Is every day a bad day? Do you run around labeling things good and bad? Do you spend your time labeling things, or do you just look at everything as a challenge? Every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. So is that a challenge? Is that something that's making you grow? I make friends with hindrances, and every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. Every obstacle is a challenge. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Everything in the universe, visible and invisible, is working to bring me my own. What does that even mean? Does it mean the things that you can see and the things that you cannot see? There are things that are beyond you that are invisible. That could just be as simple as somebody is invisible to me right now that's clicking on the join this mailer, right, to participate. That is somebody that's invisible. That's a force that's working to bring me my own. What forces are working to bring you your own that are invisible? All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the Prosperity Practice. I want to say thanks again for playing along with the Prosperity Practice. Hopefully you are noticing more and more good in your life, and you're looking at the things that you actually want to see in your life. As always, you can reach out to me over at the Prosperity Practice. You can reach out to me at Brandon at prosperity-practice.com. Or just share this share this podcast with your friends and just get some other people to join, and so you can help others to become more prosperous in their own lives.